Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. It's Saturday the 3rd of October. Thanks again for watching. And we've not taken a look at the JMA forecast for the coming month just yet. So this is the week 1 500 millibar height anomalies taking us up to next Thursday, which is the 8th of October. And this is showing quite a trough out towards the west of the UK. We'll reach the remnants of our ridge off towards the east here, certainly showing the more unsettled of the conditions coming into the western parts of the country, but the ridge kind of just trying to hold on during the course of the week off towards the southeast. Remember, this is the mean for the week and the anomaly for the week. Temperature wise, it's picking out temperatures pretty close to normal across most of the UK, but just look how warm much of Europe is underneath that ridge. Warm too across parts of China, warm across southern parts of Australia, and pretty warm in the southwestern parts of the US, but just look how cool it is through central and eastern parts of the USA. Rainfall wise, showing up these blue colours indicating rainfall above normal, but look here across most of Europe, rainfall below average for the time of year. Now into week 2 from the 9th of October through until the 15th of October. And this one brings us really the jet stream and below normal heights towards the normal, above normal down towards the south, but more of a westerly flow. So this kind of confirming ideas of southern parts of England being in the dry conditions, but rain affecting more northern and western parts of Scotland into northern and western Ireland as well. But generally a westerly flow across the country, courtesy of the jet stream coming in across the Atlantic. Notice that by then the ridge, the higher than normal heights really have been squeezed away off towards the east. And temperatures across the UK showing around or just below normal for the middle parts of October. Elsewhere across the world we've got pretty warm conditions over the western parts of the USA, staying pretty warm across eastern parts of China as well, and pretty warm across the rest of Europe. Note how cool it becomes in South America. Rainfall wise, near to above normal totals across much of the north and the west of the UK, which is exactly what you'd expect given that westerly flow. Southern areas tending to see rainfall amounts near normal. Eastern parts of the USA slightly damper than normal. The west is drier overall. And to go with the cold across South America, we've got some pretty wet conditions down there too. Finally, for weeks 3 and 4, remember this is the mean for both of those weeks. This goes from the 16th of October through until the, when will it be? It's going to take us up to the 30th of October. So getting towards the end of the month, bringing back a trough to the west of the UK, bringing in more unsettled conditions. Again, it's not desperately unsettled, but the jet is across the Atlantic. So I guess mixed to unsettled conditions is probably the best way to describe it, but certainly no signs of a big high developing. Westerly flow in place, and with that just below normal temperatures off towards the west, near normal temperatures elsewhere. Look how warm the US becomes once again, cold across parts of southern Brazil, running down into Argentina as well, but warm conditions exist across much of China, running through central parts of Asia, across Russia and into the central parts of Europe as well, and warm again, look, across much of Australia. And you can clearly see the El Nino event in here as well on that chart. Rainfall wise, showing above normal rainfall across the UK. Not desperately wet again, but just above normal totals. Similar conditions really across much of Europe. And again, staying pretty damp across southern parts of America. Or rather, I should say South America, because that's the continent. So it kind of ties in with our ideas of a pretty mixed to unsettled October. In fact, we're gone for the second half of the month being really unsettled. Not really showing that there on the JMA, but still wouldn't rule that out completely. But I do think certainly, according to the JMA, we've seen the back of any prolonged areas of high pressure. I tend to go along with that. That is, of course, once the present fair weather collapses away, which it will do during Sunday evening. This is the chart for Saturday. High pressure again over the top of us, and looks like it'll cause another pretty foggy, chilly night across many areas. Then focused on the rain down towards the southwest during Sunday, this edging its way northwards. You notice the change for Monday, low pressure in control, fronts moving their way north. Probably most rain out towards the west, pretty showery rain towards the east, but then some more persistent stuff moving in from the south later on. Staying pretty mixed again through Tuesday, bands of showery rain moving east and north, before becoming brighter and cooler on Wednesday, just some showers out towards the west. Thursday, starting to see a ridge build back in again, but this thing only quite transitory. I think western areas seeing low cloud and drizzle. And then the ECMWF for Friday, showing the high off towards the east, the low towards the west. Watch how this feature moves eastwards. Very, very slowly into the weekend. We've got a front kind of lined through here by Saturday, bringing cloud and some outbreaks of rain to the west, dry to the east. But then we see a breakdown coming through by Sunday the 11th. It then stays pretty changeable into the coming week, although Monday week ridge builds through. But then the ECMWF brings us back into this westerly pattern, basically exactly what we've just seen on the JMA for Tuesday the 13th, with a high to the south, low to the north, westerly flow, rain across parts of Scotland, drier to the south. So things are a little bit clearer, certainly than they were yesterday, as we get a feel for where October is going to take us. Now, don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WXWeb for all the latest updates and little snippets that we issue through the day there. You can tell your friends about us as well, and also we're keen to know exactly what you want to see from the forecast, what you like and what you don't like. Use the contact form at the top of the page, send us an email, because we can kind of mould these into being exactly the sort of forecast that you want to see. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now. Don't forget to check out the fast forecast for the next couple of days, but whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching, keep the sun shining, and bye for now.